So somebody may ask the question, how do you talk about a debilitating mental health issue after already depressing your audience? You put it to music. I wrote a show called The Color of Green, and I had pretty much finished the show. It took me about 4 years to write. And in the show, we talk about depression, we talk about suicide, schizophrenia. We talk about a lot of different debilitating mental health issues, more so to take the stigma off of them and to kind of open up a conversation. And right before I decided that I was going to give up the script, which is like a term I use in the production company, where after I write a show, I give up the script as a writer so I can become the director of that script. And I was about maybe a week before I was going to give up the script in order to turn it over to the cast to start studying. And I realized that there was one thing that I had not talked about, which was postpartum psychosis. So postpartum psychosis is a very devastating mental health issue that if it goes untreated, it has devastating consequences. And oftentimes either the mother is harmed or the baby is harmed. And you cannot stick that in the middle of a show where you've already talked about very heavy topics. So of course, you do what any other person would do on Broadway. What do they do when they want to talk about something depressing? They put it to music. So that's exactly what I did. I wrote this song called More Than Just the Blues. So I called my baby brother, James, and I called him. I said, I have this song in my head. I need to get it out. And so he came over to the house and he took my keyboard and we put it on my kitchen table and we worked out the tune of this song. And at like maybe 1 o'clock in the morning, we finally got it. And he and my husband and I recorded like the basic track for it. I had this third part that I really, really needed. I had these two amazing ladies, Vineke and Nicole, are amazing vocalists, and they were able to really kind of like drive that point at the very beginning, which is very just low and amazing. But I needed this voice. I needed this one voice to kind of like come out at the one part that kind of just shifts the song into full gear. And who do you call when you need a voice to kind of completely change the tone? You call Nadine. I called Nadine Jones and I begged her that she come and do the last part of this song. And I remember sending it to her, and maybe about a few minutes later, she listened to it and she's like, what are these lyrics and what is going on? And so I told her exactly what was going on and what the song was about. She loved the idea. And the ladies really only had about maybe 2 or 3 rehearsals because we were already in the process of rehearsing for this. And of course, I begged my baby brother to come and play it live. And so we did More Than Just the Blues. One of the things I love about this song is that there is a moral at the end, but the reaction of the audience, they're laughing at first, and then you kind of hear like the moment, the aha moment at the very middle of Nadine's solo where they realize that something is terribly wrong. I hope that made sense. Here is More Than Just the Blues.
Since she's been born, the crying never stops. Nobody wants.
They didn't tell you nothing.
I don't get much sleep. There ain't been some weeks. My schedule's right.
Yeah, girl.
There's no time for me. All I wanna do is cry. I know I asked for this, but I got the baby blue.
Yeah, girl. Yeah. Sound like to me. Tell me your story. Listen to this. My mother came to help me.
Oh, that's great.
Too good to be true. Yeah. She spent 2 weeks telling me exactly what to do.
Oh, that's all right. So great. Yeah.
But now that she's left, there's stormy weather. Me and my 3-week-old, we sit and cry together. I know what's wrong. They tell me I got the baby blues.
Girl, I'll be okay.
I hope so, girl.
Baby blues, I'm not in the mood. A time in my life where I am sad down to my shoes. Although we don't talk and the sadness consumes, I know that in a couple of weeks this will be old news. But right now we've got the baby blues.
What's your story?
Tell us about it. The other night I heard a sound.
Girl, what?
Crying, huh? A voice told me he'd be better without me around. So I took a knife and had it in my grip. It took my mother, my father, my husband, my sister to get me off this trip. I know I've got the baby blues. Wait, sis, I don't think that's how this goes. I fill up the tub. Oh, that's
What they need a bath?
to give him a bath. See, I don't want him to be in this world of wrath.
Hold on.
I had a daydream of sinking him down. Girl, that's murder. And waiting until the bubble stops to make sure that he drowned. This happens after every kid, so I know I got the baby blues.
Now you just wait.
I know I had
Wait a minute.
Stop.
Wait a minute.
What?
That is not okay.
What's not okay?
Honey, what you just saying about that knife and the bubbles coming out the water and you go give it back? No, that is not even remotely
Okay, well,
okay.
first of all, you all were talking about having the baby blues. You're crying. You ain't been asleep. Neither have I.
No, see, we talking about the normal stuff that happens after you have a child. Like your hormones, they go all haywire.
Well, child, my hormones have gone all kinds of haywire. I haven't been asleep in weeks, and I ended up buying a gun.
A gun?
And his name is Ike. And I
Girl,
promise you,
stop. Listen. No, see, we are talking about the baby blues.
Baby.
You dealing with something else, sis.
Okay, ladies, bring it on down. Nothing has happened yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't worry about it.
Listen very carefully.
Listen, baby.
This isn't a game. These feelings you're having, honey, they have a name.
Don't let people tell you this too shall pass.
It will.
There's help out there if you need it. You just need to ask. Don't take this on by yourself.
You are saying this is more than just the blues. We need to recognize that this is more. Ooh, we need to recognize that this is more. Ooh, we need to recognize that this is more than just the blues.
That's Gather for Notes. See you next time.